Hey, howdy. And welcome to, well, not just this one, but playing a selection of games that I thought were completely inaccessible. To give a bit of background, the two games that I'm about to play, or simulacrums of them, I suppose, are Zuma Blitz and Plants vs. Zombies Adventures. Now, both of these games, in their modern incarnations, or I guess what you would call their modern incarnations, they don't exist anymore, at all. Because both of them were Facebook Live service games. And, you know, considering that Facebook isn't even called Facebook anymore, that says a lot about how accessible these games are. But they were both taken off of Facebook around 2 years after their initial inception. Actually, that's wrong. It might actually be closer to 3 or 4 years. Like, it was not a short time. But this is the first of them, and you might be able to tell just from looking. This game is a combination of Zuma's Revenge and Bejeweled Blitz, which is... what a strange combination of things. Oh, come on. It has the Blitz meter sort of mechanic of Bejeweled Blitz, where if you make matches very quickly, then good things will happen. And by good things, come on. Please. Yeah! By good things, I do mean explosions. And you might be wondering how the hell I'm even running this. Well, this is not the retail version of Zuma Blitz. You might have noticed that it said beta on the title screen. This is actually a recovered, basically the first public build of Zuma Blitz ever. Someone recovered it and took that like Flash source file, hacked into it, removed the online functionality, I think, and plugged it into a modified version of Flashpoint so that you could actually run it. And you know what? As far as archaeology goes, this is pretty good for considering that I thought this game was lost media. But what I'm going to do real fast is let me hide this screen, close out. I have to literally run a batch script to change the stage, so I'm going to change it from above and below to beach ball. There are unfortunately only 3 stages, but, you know, it's a miracle there's one. That was heinous. You know what? Actually, let me check something. I wonder what happens when you lose. Okay, it does the Zuma's Revenge thing. Awesome. Yeah, and I got the weird tiki headdress again. I don't know. I guess it just happens automatically. But it did also say that I'm doing two games today. The second game is Plants vs. Zombies Road Trip, which is a recreation of Plants vs. Zombies Adventures with its own little added stuff, to my understanding. And I'm gonna be real, I intentionally shied away from fan games when doing stuff like this because I don't know. Like, fan games already have multiple places to be archived and stored in perpetuity because they're open source projects. Or I suppose they're open download projects. I don't know about open source. But anyone can just go on GameJolt and download the game. And at the same time, like, try as they might, I can't see a fan game ever perfectly replicating the intentions of the creators. Like, if I wanna play something like this, I want it to be straight from the horse's mouth, or at least as close as I can get to it. But I also need to be realistic, and it doesn't seem like there's any possible way that I could play Plants vs. Zombies Adventures in the state that I would prefer to play it. So I suppose I'm just being semantic there. But let's move on to the last of the 3 stages, One Giant Leap, and then we'll move on to PvZ Road Trip, which hell if I know what that's going to be like. Oops, wait. I forgot, I need to reload the entire game. Okay, let's see if this works. Yeah, summoning spirit animals. Spirit animals weren't even in the game at this point, I don't think. Here's the 3rd stage. And it sure is Zuma. Moments like this also do make me wonder, what exactly was it that... What's the best way to phrase it beyond sounding super hammy and video essay-like? What actually killed PopCap? For lack of a better word. Because I could very easily puff up my chest, get out my best video essayist voice, and say that it was clearly EA that were the ones who killed PopCap, but like, I don't know if it was entirely their fault. Like, they certainly didn't help with the business practices that they applied to PopCap's games, souring any positive reputation that the company used to have. And at this point, it is just a subsidiary of Electronic Arts. Like, any independence that the company used to have is completely gone now. And all the IPs are kind of just set adrift. the few that PopCap desires to actually, or the few that EA desires to actually make money off of, they can do that, but the rest are kind of just left to sit there. Until maybe in 20 years they decide to make something for archival purposes, but I doubt that's going to happen for quite a while longer. Because it just doesn't make them any money. And at the end of the day, EA is publicly traded. The main thing they care about is the bottom line and their shareholders. Because, you know, they're a public company. They're doing this mainly to write a check. They're not doing it because, oh, I mean, they are, to a certain extent, they are doing it because they love making games and they love building these communities, but like, as much as I want to say it's not all black and white, it is pretty clear-cut where their intentions lie. But PopCap was also I'll do one more round. PopCap was kind of ailing around this time because the mobile market was starting to come into the forefront, and PopCap was just not very good at capitalizing on that. Like, had PopCap lived into the mobile era, I feel like we would have seen quite a few freemium games out of them, but I expect them at least to be like freemium games with some amount of respect for the buyer. Like, you compare PopCap's games in like the shareware era, compare Sweet Tooth To Go and Bejeweled. One of them was made by Pogo Games, the other was made by PopCap. And you can definitely, there's almost like a tone difference between the two. It's got that chocolate-covered Oreos vibe to it. Or, yeah, chocolate-covered Oreos, that is what I'm thinking of. almost like almost a smugness of like, yeah, we know exactly what we're doing. This product is designed to make us money, and if you like it, that's cool with us. If not, that's cool with us. Alright, I've rambled on long enough. Let's switch gears a little bit. And I hope that this actually records. Whatever. Whatever if it doesn't, it will be a learning experience. Hang on. Turn off the crop and pad. Okay, that's perfect. Will this perfectly fit? No. That's unfortunate. I'll stretch it. I'll flub the numbers. It's not gonna affect the resolution that much. Like I care about the resolution in a PopCap game. But like I said, let me get the negativity out of the way before I get wowed by this game actually being pretty good. I've not actually touched this one. I've never really been one for fan games, especially fan games like this that are meant as restoration efforts. I mean, obviously, I applaud them for their efforts, but... Brain Ball. Interesting? Oh, cool. Test worlds, okay. Mission Subscribe. By the way, this game is transliterated from Spanish, so there's going to be some typos here and there. VIP plants. Interesting. Boosts. So what is the gimmick with this? Is there a way to rotate them? Or are they just going to automatically turn? This is an interesting. It'll be a learning experience for all of us. Come on. It doesn't look like they turn around. Oh, wait, they do. That's really strange. That's super, super weird. But like I said, I kind of wanted to shy away from fan games because it's... I don't really like how laminated it is. I don't know the best way to describe it. But I like the idea of just being able to experience these games, warts and all. Because PopCap's games aren't perfect. And I've made no... I've made no effort to say that they are perfect. I really like the idea of just playing the game and taking it as close to face value as I possibly can. I feel like that would be super interesting. Also, oop, hang on. We almost got 150. All right, rip Bozo. This is really cute, but I kind of wish I kind of would like it more if it wasn't laminated, and it was like warts and all, everything that PopCap wanted from this game, even including the less enjoyable qualities. I feel like that would make it more authentic. I don't know the right way to describe it. Yeah, protect this. Very interesting. Whoa, wait. No. I was wondering if you could, like, bring multiple. Plant food. Interesting. I was not expecting plant food here, or some equivalent. This is extremely cool. And I'm probably playing this game very wrong. I'm willing to bet money there's some more optimal way to place these towers. And I mean, maybe it's just because it's the first few levels, but this seems super, super easy so far. I've kind of just been mindlessly placing pea shooters, and that's good enough. This is... I don't know how to feel about this. It's certainly an interesting concept. It really does, it reminds me of a tech demo, more than anything. Just that sort of like experimental vibe of, yeah, let's make this game. This will be cool. We have these ideas we were toying around with. Let's see how many of them gel. There's the road trip. What is the world tour? Ah, it's multiplayer functionality. Really interesting. It doesn't look like there are any servers, unfortunately. There's Pixel World, there's Brain Ball. It seems like Road Trip is all there is, because World Tour is multiplayer. I think I saw that on Game Jolt as well. Really interesting. But I've been playing a lot of Gemcraft recently, and Gemcraft has made me realize that I am both very good and very bad at tower defense games, both at the same time. Because, man, that is a hard game. That is a really hard game. That is definitely my plan for the foreseeable future. Is I've already like eked out a decent presence on YouTube with sort of like longer form videos, but I feel like I could either go longer, and either that means edited videos or streaming. Basically whatever comes first and whatever feels like it fits my content better. I'm probably leaning towards streaming. Because I'm not particularly amazing at video editing. I mean, I'm not terrible. I have a sense of rhythm, and that definitely helps. When it comes to like longer form projects, I don't know. It definitely feels like a practice thing, and I don't have much practice. Oh shit. Probably not the best idea to creep up like that, huh? The tower limits are also a very interesting addition. Kind of reminds me of like Highlander modes in TF2. It's like the game is unbalanced, so we added a limit to how many of each class there can be, and it just ends up feeling like a completely different game, even though it's on paper it's really not that large of a change. That poor walnut. I am probably fine. Oh no! Poor baby. So, plants don't get eaten, they just get knocked out? That's a very interesting change. I'd say so it coincides with a age rating or something, but I reckon it's just... Huh? Wait a minute. Can you... You can upgrade towers. Oh my god. That explains why everything felt a little weak. Wait, that's not upgrades. That's fucking plant food. Oh. No. No, the pea shooter. Ah, okay, so that's the plant food mechanism. Really interesting. By the way, if you're looking at this thinking, man, this guy sucks at this, there will be links in the description for both Zuma Blitz and also for Plants vs. Zombies Adventures. Because, you know, I wouldn't be doing this project if I just wanted to keep it to myself. I want to share these games with basically whoever asks. Because I think it's cool. Like, I think this is really cool. I think that's basically it, though. Because, hang on, I'll give one more shake for World Tour. Oh. Page 1 of 0. Yeah, that's not a good sign. Pixel World is presumably locked. Brain Ball is locked. Extras. I think I saw that this fan game is still in development. But from what I see here, it's actually pretty damn cool. So if there's ever a huge update, I might have to come back to this. This will be a nice stand-in for what would be a playthrough of Plants vs. Zombies Adventures. Oops. But with that, I think that's all I got. These two were fun. Thanks so much for watching, y'all.